fellow traders, how is everyone doing? Yeah, welcome to my video. Yeah, this is another video. Actually, I live streamed this trade from where I entered this trade up to when I hit TP. So make sure you always tune in when I'm live. If you're new to my channel, subscribe and like this video where I'm going to show you how I entered this trade and why I entered this trade and probably all the analysis I did to enter this should I call it, this was somehow a lucky trade because as you can see I almost got stopped out twice. I almost got stopped out twice, but because of my experience with the market, I was lucky to put my stop loss above the protected low. So guys, if you've been watching my streams lately, we had two losses on BTC. I'll show you guys. Those who are not able to view my previous videos, I'll first do a replay of the losses I took. So I took this loss this morning. This was a protected low, as you can see. This one right here, it was a protected low, but it got broken. I didn't manage to hit take profit one. It was somewhere around there for this trade. So I got stopped out on that trade and it was a loss for the day. Then if we check previously, because I think from all my pairs I managed to get two setups on BTC and both of them they were losses after I'd got the first win from BTC, if you can remember. So in the middle there I got two losses on BTC. Then since I take two trades on a daily basis, if I take two trades maximum and if I get one trade which is a winner, I'm always stopping at that trade and wait for the next day for another setup. So let's go back to USDJPY. I take you through how I entered the trade and all the analysis that led to the winning trade. So as always, I'm first determining the bias, and it was a pullback on the 1H. So I had to capitalize on the pullback, as you can see. When you check very well on the 1 hour, that's a pullback. It's so I was kind of counter trend trading. When the market is on a pullback, you make sure you're also trading in the direction of the pullback. Despite the market being bullish, when the market is on a continuation phase, that's when you need to trade in the direction of the current trend. So you trade what you see, don't assume, and trade what you think, trade what you see the market doing. When it's on a pullback, trade the pullback. When it's on a continuation phase, trade the continuation. So after identifying the bias on the higher time frame, which is the 1 hour, as you can see, now we are in the 1 hour, so I dropped down to my 5 minutes. After the market had reached a resistance level, it created a market structure shift, as you can see right there. So market began the pullback phase. I waited. I was marking my major lower lows and lower highs until we got this break of structure right here, the break of structure right there. Then market created a lower high right there, which was valid. Then um, broke this level here, the lower low, and created a valid another lower low, a valid one. So as per my strategy, I'm always waiting for a market structure shift to be created, which breaks this lower high. After that, then I'll be looking for opportunities to short the market on a bearish market. So after getting my market structure shift, I will drop the lower time frames and I get that fractal market structure shift. Then after that, I get my entries when I get the market structure shift on the more lower time frames, the fractal market structure shift on my 1 minute. Then I had to enter that trade right there. So as you can see where I marked my blue lines, this one here and that one over there, those were marks I made on when I'm in the 1 minute, as you can see right there. I made sure the market is now aligning with the 5 minute. The 1 hour was on a pullback. The 5 minute should also begin to align in the direction of the pullback, which is bearish. Then when I drop the 1 minute, the 1 minute should also align bearish. So I entered my trade around here. Then for my stop loss, let me show you how I set my stop loss. For my stop loss, I set it at an obvious lower low on the 5 minute. There is always some kind of market structure formed on the 5 minute. If it's not there, then you just give your stop loss a reasonable distance above previous candles, which led to the break of the 1 minute structure, bearish structure. So I had to put my stop loss above this protected high rather. This is a lower high, so I had to put it above. So as you can see, the market came down, broke that lower low, and went into profits. After a few candles, it retraced back. But as you can notice, the market wasn't able to break that lower high, which means when you set your stop loss, always set your stop loss above a protected door, because market will only break it when the bias has changed. Otherwise market won't break that level. So you should put your stop loss above a reasonable area. So that's how I was able to survive 3 times the market, As you can see, market tried to stop me out, but I was lucky. And yeah, from experience, I managed to hit my take profit. So as always, I'm always setting TP1, TP2, TP3. I don't set break even. So I managed to hit my TP1 was somewhere around there. Then my TP2 was somewhere around there. Well, my TP1, I always set it at a risk to reward ratio of 1 to 2. Then my take profit 2, I set it at a risk to reward ratio of 1 to 3.5. Then my final take profit is at an area where the market has reached a 1 to 4.5 R. So from this movement, I managed to recover from the losses, the two losses I got on BTC, and yeah, that's how uh, today went. Today it's a Tuesday, yeah. So yeah, and that was the result of my day. So guys, let me hope if you learned anything from this video, subscribe and turn post notifications on. And also don't forget to always tune in. I'm always going live every day. I'm always going live. So make sure you tune in for more market analysis. And yeah, you see how I handle my cycles, how I can manage my emotions while in the live market. Thanks for supporting, subscribe and like the video. See you traders, and I wish everyone success in trading. Bye bye.